What's up everybody? This is Nicole Glass, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about taking photos of models, getting the proper model release forms, and uploading those photos to Shutterstock. Today's wisdom comes from my very special guest, Zdenka Darula, who is a talented photographer based in Canada and who answered some questions for me through video. Zdenka specializes in commercial images and works a lot with models. Be sure to check out the link in my description below to find her YouTube channel. Zdenka, could you start by talking a little bit about your own background in modeling? Did this help you when you became a photographer? I know posing models is not always easy. It takes a lot of creativity and practice, and posing models is definitely an art form in itself.
Hi Nicole, thank you so much for having me. Well, I started modeling when I was 16 years old, basically by entering a local beauty contest, and I was very lucky because I was able to win the most photogenic girl of that night. One of the judges was a very well-known photographer in Czech Republic. His name is Jadran Šedlik, which took me to Vienna and to Prague, where I was able to build my portfolio, and that's how it all started. Obviously, over the years, I worked with many different photographers, so I experienced many different photography techniques, different lighting techniques, different locations, different styles, everything from catalog to fashion. I back then didn't even think about holding a camera. I used to say I could never become a photographer. And over the years I learned all the theory, but I could not really do it practically. When it comes to posing, it definitely helped me big time. When I started posing other people with very similar body structure, it was very easy. But still, when I was posing somebody with a different body type than me, it was still quite a challenge as well. Luckily, I'm more glamour and commercial photographer. I never really liked fashion photography that much. I just didn't like the posing. And in stock, it's very straightforward because most of it's really lifestyle shoots. So if it feels natural, it's gonna look natural. And that's what I always say to the model. If it feels very good as you are posing, if it feels natural, the photos are gonna look natural. And I would say the same thing to the photographer. Behind the closed doors, step in front of the mirror, try to pose for a bit and do it a few times. You will feel how the body works, you will learn more about the way body works, and you will start feeling how the model feels on the other side, so you will know how to direct her and how to communicate with the model a bit better.
So let's talk a little bit about Shutterstock in particular. I know you upload a lot of photos of models to Shutterstock, and what I'm curious about is how do you find these models for your Shutterstock portfolio? How do you get them to agree to be sold on the internet, and have you had any sort of problems or challenges with this?
I've been on Shutterstock since 2007 and I have close to 15,000 photos in my portfolio, so I've been there for a while. The best way to approach new models is to be very detailed and to be very honest. When I'm looking for new model, I'm usually going after non-typical looking model. That means more commercial person. Very nice and friendly smile and really attractive face. That's the key. I usually go to places like Facebook online groups for models and actors which are just starting out, or I even place an ad on Kijiji. And when somebody sends me a headshot back, I send them email with very detailed description, what to expect, how the shoot's gonna be happening, what they are going to get out of it, where the photos might be getting published. I even sometimes send them some tear sheets to show from the past of some other published photos as well. It is way easier to approach someone who is non-model at all because they get so excited they might even agree to do it for free, no problem, just for exchange for the photos. When it comes to models which are already doing it for a while, they will expect to get paid, and that's normal because that's their job, they have expenses, they have experience, so they want to get paid as well. If you are someone who likes to shoot glamour, lingerie, kind of revealing photos, you have to be extremely careful when it comes to selling those photos on Shutterstock. Now, Shutterstock cannot possibly check where the photos will be used and what kind of way. The buyer, usually when they buy the photos, sometimes they don't even bother reading carefully the licensing terms, and I think it's totally okay to use it inappropriately in some bad ad or in a sexual way, so you might get in a big trouble. I would definitely stay completely out of it. It did affect me as well in the past. So what I did, I pull out all sexy images, all glamour and lingerie images out of my portfolio completely, and it has been much easier ever since.
What sort of model release form do you use? I know there's a whole bunch of different options, including Shutterstock's own model release form, a model release form you may have written yourself, or even model release forms generated through apps. Personally, I like to use the release form of an app called Easy Release, which is, as the name implies, super convenient. So what do you use?
I don't like using model release app. I prefer the hard copy. I have the model sign the model release on a paper, then I make a digital copy out of it and the hard paper gets archived. Now, I am not an exclusive Shutterstock photographer. I sell also on other Microstock agencies. I think there are 14 right now. So I want to make sure that this model release gets accepted to all other sites. So that's my model release, my own version. I also like to sometimes post the photos on my website, so I'm protected that way as well. As they say, don't trust anybody.
All right, the question that everyone's been waiting for. Can you show us some of your top selling images?
I can certainly show, and there is no secret to it, because if you go to my Shutterstock profile, my gallery, and click the most popular photos, that's when you're gonna see the highest sellers anyways. I'm going to actually show you 3 photos, and I'm gonna give you some real numbers so you can understand what you can eventually earn over a long period of time when you are selling some photos on Shutterstock. The first photo I have here is a photo of my baby girl. I took it 6.5 years ago, and she allowed me to take photos of her for about 10 minutes. So I did 10 minutes of photography. Then I was editing the photos for about 3 hours, plus uploading time and processing. So let's say I worked about 5 hours. So in those 6.5 years, this particular photo made me $3,500, and it was very easy money, where you can really make $3,500 in 5 hours. It's very good. The second most popular photo is the hair extension photo. I photographed it and uploaded it in 2009, and until this day it earned $950. It was very simple. Again, I placed the hair extensions on a white paper, twisted it, moved it around, took some photos from it, done. Well, the last photo I have here is more of an art than photo. It's a flower splash, that's how I call it. It's basically Photoshop combination of flower and splashes. It took a little bit longer to make it. I created this and uploaded it in 2012, and until this day it earned $720, this particular photo. So you cannot be really frustrated if you upload your photos and then 6 months or 3 months you look at it and you see that it maybe earned you only, I don't know, $20 or $50. Just wait, give it time, over the time, and you'll see it will add up. If you come back in a few years, you will be pleasantly surprised.
You've been on Shutterstock for quite a long time, right? Have you seen any changes in the Microstock industry over the past couple of years?
As I mentioned before, I started in 2007, and the Microstock industry was fairly new. It was still developing. There were many issues there as well. I think over the years, it got better when it comes to protecting photographers. And as with any other industry, it is developing, it is changing. You have to follow the trends. You have to see what's selling in your portfolio, duplicate it, make more photos of these, and you will be able to sell as well. Over the years, new photographers came to the play. There are a lot of photographers now there, and there are some great photographers as well. So you will have to start from the bottom, building it up. You have to build your skills and only get better.
Do you personally believe it is possible to make a full-time income on Shutterstock, or do you think aspiring Shutterstock contributors should just expect this to be a side hustle for now?
Yes, I do believe that those photographers which work very hard on their photography style, they become a great photographers technically. They upload regularly, they upload a lot of photos all the time. They study what are the current sellable photos, what are the trends, and they look at their own portfolio, see which photos sell the most, and they duplicate them, they make more of these. Then you can definitely work full-time. There are some photographers which are definitely working full-time, and actually I know of them. So the answer is yes, you can work full-time as a photographer. My biggest advice for Microstock photographer would be do video as well. Learn how to do video. First of all, video is becoming a trend and it's gonna be only bigger in the future. When you set up a shoot, you can do photos and video, you get more material from one shoot, and you will most likely earn a lot more money because Shutterstock and other Microstock agencies pay a lot more for video. I learned video last year. I didn't do it before and I deeply regret. I should have done video way earlier as well. Being said, I would like to wish all new Microstock photographers or someone who is starting or getting into Microstock all the best. Please don't give up, keep uploading, stay consistent, the results will come.
Thank you so much for answering some of my questions related to models and Shutterstock. I think this was definitely enlightening, at least it was for me. So thank you for taking the time to do this. So for anyone who's watching, you guys can check out Zdenka's channel. There's gonna be a link to it in the description below, and it's also gonna show up at the end of the video in the end screen. Zdenka, can you tell viewers a little bit about what they can expect on your channel and in future videos?
My channel is all about being creative. You will find some tutorials for photographers and videographers. I also teach marketing for photographers and review some latest tech. Well, thank you, Nicole, for having me on your channel. I'm actually looking forward to having you on my channel in one of the future videos. Thanks again, everyone.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely subscribed to your channel and I can't wait to see what's coming. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative and enlightening. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your day and go out there and take some awesome pictures.